All right, I'm thrilled to welcome in Juan Toscano-Anderson from the Warriors. Juan, man, you are living every Warriors fan's dream, playing for the hometown team. What is that like?
It's amazing, man. It's been a grind to get here, obviously to the NBA, but just to top it off and be able to play at home, that words can't really explain. It's been a lot of fun. I'm able to see my family all the time, which was that was hard for me playing overseas, playing in Mexico and stuff, Argentina, and when I went over to Europe for a little bit, that distance and not being able to see my family for so many months, it was hard.
You're half black, half Mexican. You got your family originally from Michoacan in Mexico. Like, what was that like to play in Mexico because of that?
It was a lot of fun. I really, indulged myself in the culture, just representing the country. That's a different feeling, man. It's cool to play for a club and represent a city or a state, but to represent the whole country is it's inexplicable.
Yeah, and you played for a couple of clubs there. You won a couple championships. You were the MVP one year. You were like the Steph Curry of the Mexican League, no?
Well, you know what, man? When I did that interview, I think that kind of got misconstrued. Like, he asked me what it was like playing in Mexico, and I kind of just alluded to the fact, when Steph Curry comes to town, people are coming out. People are buying tickets to those games. And that's how it was for me in Mexico when I played for Monterrey. When Monterrey was coming to town, the games were sold out. So I can't shoot the ball like Steph, but that's what I was pretty much trying to say.
I've called some of your G League games when you were playing with Santa Cruz. You stood out immediately to us. We were like, this kid has a future in the NBA, and here you are. Those G League days, though, they are tough. What are those things? What are those days like?
For me, man, I think I was lucky. I was in a really great situation. I came in on that team as a tryout player. And by the end of the season, I was starting for that team. So it allowed me to, really raise the bar and really approach my work in a different way. It was worth it for me.
Yeah, no question about it. And you wear the number 95. Why?
That's a street I grew up on.
What is it like for you to be one of the only Latino players in the sport?
It's a lot of fun. I love being Mexican. Sometimes I get bothered that me being Mexican overshadows me also being half black, but at the end of the day, I am who I am and I know who I am. There's so many people that reach out to me every day, telling me that I'm their inspiration. People messaging me on Instagram telling me that everybody's talking about me in Mexico. That's really cool. And I know my grandpa's super proud, man. Me and my grandpa are really close. I know he can go back to Mexico and kind of pat himself on the shoulder, I'm his grandson, and just be proud. So that's the most fulfilling thing for me.
You're unique, a unique path for sure, but now you're playing on the big squad, and you've been playing with them for a minute now. What is that like, playing with Steph, playing with Draymond?
I've been on a lot of teams, and they really stand out as leaders to me. They're vocal, they're very helping, and, they're going to pick you up when you're down. I just soak it all in, man, and, I don't take it for granted. I actually had a conversation with Draymond the other night. He and I have become pretty close over the past few months. Honestly, when I first got here last year, I didn't know if he liked me or not because he never really talked to me. So I would always just kind of try to stay out of his way. But now, our relationship is really grown. Steph's the same, man. Sometimes you don't know if Steph like you either, and it's the opposite because Steph's just such a nice guy. He's nice to everybody, so it's kind of I don't really know if you really like me or you just nice to everybody,
I know that obviously Oakland is near and dear to your heart. You spent some time this summer out there getting people together as far as social justice was concerned, organizing, and your teammates joined you. Steph was out there, Clay was out there, a lot of your teammates were out there. What did that mean to you to have them out there in the neighborhood you grew up in?
I only played 13 games and then COVID happened, so I hadn't really established myself as, a part of the team. It's one thing being on the team, but it's also another thing being a part of the team, being a part of the culture, having relationships with your teammates. And so it made me feel a part of the Warriors. I didn't ask them to come out. They came out on their own. I got a lot of respect for those guys. I told Steph, I'll run through a wall for you, man.
Before I let you go, every Latino deals with this. Are you Juanito? I just want to know. Were you Juanito growing up?
Yes, I was Juanito growing up. A lot of my friends call me Nito for short. I'm a grown man. I don't really like Juanito no more, so Juan is cool.
Well, listen, Juan, I call you Juan, but I'll tell you this. I'm 43, and, Mom still calls me Jorgito. So, you ain't going to ever escape that from the Latino family,
Yeah, that's
man.
different, though. That's your mom, though. Your mom get a pass for everything.
Yeah, for sure, man. Hey, listen, thank you so much for hanging out with us, man. We really appreciate the time. Best of luck to you. Stay healthy, stay safe, and thank you again.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. It was a pleasure being here.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.